What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players, to another installation of the Siege Double Shot, bringing you day 3 of the E2, baby. I am still the Reverend Whiskey Glitter. Hello, how are ya? And this is still my partner and my co-host, Mr. Whiskey Run. Hello, Whiskey.
Welcome, everyone, to Element 2, the third day of the Open Qualifier, the first. There's going to be another Open Qualifier, I believe, next weekend. So if you didn't get your shot this weekend, next weekend, potentially another like 64 teams fighting for 2 spots in E2. So tonight, there's only a couple games, not very many. We'll pull up the schedule a little bit later. It's going to be the... Let's Ride versus Monkey Business is the game we're covering. We're also seeing Outlast versus Gotham City Janitors is being broadcast on the Xenon Gaming channel. Friends of the channel and big friends of Element 2, you can go check them out after our game is done. And then also Super is going to be casting the upper bracket final best of 3. So we're almost ready. 9 people in the lobby to get to see Let's Ride versus Monkey Business.
Let's go. And head into a classic map with classic strats. It's back to Oregon, folks. Look to see probably some similar strats in that we see the Ying and Dokkaebi going to probably be gone. And also defensive-wise, it's good to potentially see that Solus getting out of there, possibly the Mira. Or even potentially that Fenrir getting out of there. So, I mean, it's something you've seen before. It's a best-of-1 banger, and it is going to be a battle through the bunker, I believe.
I think you are right. Yeah, Flores definite potential, Ying definite potential, and Dokkaebi for sure. I think we've been trying to call the defensive bans all over the place, and even in the E2 games we've seen, hasn't felt very consistent. The Vibrant game we casted earlier today, casted the semifinals for the Vibrant League, the former Heroic team. That was a great cast, getting to see them, and they're going to be playing in the grand final next week. But we struggled kind of picking who was going to be on the defensive bans because those 5 are just so great, right? It's really kind of a personal team toss-up to see whether or not it's going to be Azami or Solus or Valkyria, like drawing a blank.
Well, here's the problem, right? Is if you only get 2, and there's 5 right now, about to probably be a 6, that are considered completely OP on the defense, right? And so if you ban the Mira, you still have to deal with the Valkyrie. If you ban the Valkyrie, you still have to deal with the Solus. If you ban the Solus, freaking Fenrir right behind you, causing the mayhem, the chess player ready to go. So, I mean, it's a effed if you do, effed if you don't type scenario. You just got to pick who, I guess in the words of Immortal Pengu, who are you most comfortable with on the other side of it, and who do you not want to see?
Yeah, absolutely. And so here we go, starting the ban phase, and welcome to Oregon.
That's right, baby. So let's get into it. I'm thinking, yeah.
Flores.
Dokkaebi, off the board, gone. See you later. Get out of here. We don't even want you.
Yeah. Nailed it.
That's right, baby. And why? Because we don't want to get sussed out on the Rome game. Super huge. Monkey Business going to answer back, and I think it's probably going to be the Ying call, although this is where our operator picks have been happening quite a bit. We've seen the Brava band, we've seen the Hibana band, we've seen the Mav band, but I think Ying. Yeah.
We're gonna need to start keeping track of your picks, my man. You are on a roll. I mean, really unbelievable. Whiskey Glitter, You know, when he's on, he's on. It's time to go buy some lottery tickets, my friend.
Hey, that's right. Can't win if you don't play. And let's take it for pick number 3. And I'm thinking Mir going to be off the board, but don't want to defend against it. It is going to be something similar, however. It's going to be the Azami, the Architect. Going to be Gonzo, Garbanzo, Sayonara, see you later. Who are you thinking for this last round? Is it the Solus? Is it the Fenrir? I'm thinking Fen. Nobody, even on defensive side, you don't want to have to push in on that bunker area. You don't want to have to take that Fenrir when pushing in from white or from that big window.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Valkyrie, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. 3 out of 4. Whiskey Glitter is absolutely on fire tonight.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. So, we head to Oregon for this best of 1, and it is 2 teams that you are very familiar with. We have seen these teams play all over the various leagues. Let's Ride being on our stream last night, specifically.
Yeah, Ricky bringing back out the Cav. We had seen that. It was some perplexed on perplexed battles last night, but Gunny absolutely going crazy, Ricky going crazy, and we've casted this Monkey Business team as well. I'm trying to think which round it was that we have, or which game it was, but I think it was Outlast Contender League potentially that we casted this squad in.
Yeah, the logo is very familiar. And so let's talk about the defenses. We're going to get started. Somebody's name that we said a lot was Ricky. And immediately he's going to get himself into a really aggressive operator as we're going to see him pick the Cav. Oh, bless my heart. That is a way, Ricky Bobby, to get to my heart. Bring out the Cav play on Oregon. Get a little bit of interest going on. Couple it with the Mira, slow down with the Goyo. Not going to be blinded by the light with the Warden in hand and ready to go. No C4. He's going to opt for that deployable.
Hopefully,
to hold that.
This is definitely interesting. I don't know if they were sort of missing some of their site setup. They had not quite gotten through and gotten all of the basement site setup done.
Well, here's the deal. You've got 5 people. Everybody has their role. But when you pick an operator like Cav, one of the first things that you're doing is you're trying to get that into a position where you're not going to be sought out, right? Where you can be and have the most impact. So Cav not going to be able to really have that sort of impact on the site creation that a normal 5th would bring to the table.
That's true. Absolutely.
Amaru opting for the normal way to walk inside instead of taking the window or the up top. Could have just walked straight through the door and take a look down sight. Maybe try to catch one early.
Well, she got into that battle with Warden right off the bat, but interesting that she's the entry, but not with her gadget. What?
Oh my
what?
God.
Goyo, let's go. That was very funny.
Oh, man, they had a very cartoon moment of, wait, if you're here, then where's, and then fired on each other. Amaru losing her life to that. She was a little bit slower to the uptake. Didn't look right. Nobody needs to look right. Nobody looks right anymore.
Oh, look at
Now,
this
wait a
still.
minute. Why is the mirror thing on ours and not on the European observer side?
What? No.
5-3 in favor of the defense here as they'd get Capitao, the next one to fall. Bees filling up the basement, and that's going to reveal to send that nade on through. Catch it onto Gunny, who was such a huge part of Let's Ride's wins yesterday. Round wins yesterday.
Indeed, yeah. It is still round 1, though, but already we've had some very funny moments, some great moments here in this one. I want to go back and rewatch that Goyo Amaro interchange. That was great.
Yeah, we got to see what exactly transpired there. You know it was freak out on both sections. HUD to find Ricky. Great pick as the Cavs off the board. Don't have to worry about that late round flank now as well. Perplexed. Had quite a few C4 kills yesterday. Going to try to find himself another as he's prime prepped and ready. Sends it out sends out the shots. Because it's going to be the rotate around. Knew it was pinned in the corner there. Does get spotted out on the drone as well. We're sitting 3-3 here with 25 seconds left on the board. It's going to be revealed to come drop through that match play. C4 primed. You heard it rip. Grim going to take a little bit of damage. C4 going to be sent. Nothing. No joy on that one. Still watching through towards that freezer with the time running out. Is a knife onto HUD. Trev going to take it onto... Jeez. Trades are ringing out 5 seconds. The plant starts to go down, and now Mira.
No, they got off the plant.
Gonna save
No
the game.
way!
Or there's a pistol pop body drop to end round 1 dramatically. I can't even believe that. Sheesh.
Oh my word, how did he pull that off?
Okay, well, round 1 exceeded expectations for the Oregon gameplay. Right? That was a bit different from the standard approach that we get to normally watch. A little bit of back and forth, come down to the 2v1, almost to a post plant with a pistol pop body drop to finish.
I think that's worth a cheers,
Yeah, okay,
my
I'm here
friend.
for that. Hey, let me grab mine. Hold on. Big cheers, my friend. Big dubs.
Cheers. Let's go.
Hey-oh.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Woo-wee.
Let's go. You know what I'm excited for is, you know, these teams are now fighting. There is like only 3 games left here in the Element 2. I know we hit it in the setup with only a couple games left. 1 upper bracket final, 2 lower bracket finals, and then you know, it's almost done at this point. So these teams are fighting for their spot in Element 2, the official T2 league for North America. This is it. They don't have any other opportunities.
That's right.
Well, until next week, but then you got to play through again, battle your way all the way through the bracket again. This time they've made it this far, and no one wants to give up at this point.
Yeah, you put the work in. You've had the early morning theory sessions. You've had the late night scrims. You have been playing all in a chance to win the big prize, the face check for glory. You don't want to get knocked out here, have to start that whole process again. Check out this attack side. So we're going to bring out a few different ops. Obviously, every op has got a counter, and if there's a mirror, we're going to genuinely look for that twitch. They did do that same strategy that we had talked about, where they're leaving half the breach open, try to get that early round pick from tower, and then, of course, close it up and make them work doubly hard for it. Not able to capitalize on any sort of killing. Ricky taking a punch damage. They are really trying to kill him. They're trying very hard.
Wow. Was that a Goyo canister that was in attic that Legion was exposed to, or was that Capital Fire?
It was the fire. Fire's still alive, so it hadn't been a Goyo charge. And bodies start to drop here for the defense as we find ourselves in a 5v3. Now, if I was going to have 2 people alive left to take this gunfight, trying to stay alive on a defensive hold, wouldn't be too sad if it was Ricky and Perplexed.
That seemed really early to pop that Goyo canister top white. I mean, we didn't have anybody putting pressure from there at that point. You still got a minute 15 left. I mean, or a minute 25 when it went off. That's a lot of opportunity missed.
I don't know that it was done by the person sitting inside. I think that was a Twitch drone that tried to trap him in, and then they sent the grenade up to try to finish it.
Oh, I thought Legion shot it. Oh,
maybe.
Well, here we go. Plant is going
4v1,
down.
Yep, plant start to go down. No C4 on hand to help deny that plant area. It's tough. It's across the setup. They did line up, but it's going to be a little too late. As Perplexed goes, huh?
That plant better count. Great question, Trev.
All right, that's 2-0 in favor of the attacking team on a notoriously defensive-sided map. We talking those stats earlier. So they've already done their 2.
That's it. Monkey Business grabbing 2, like you said. And thanks, everyone, for joining us in the chat. Again, you guys are all amazing for, you know, there's a lot of Siege you could be watching, but we're glad that you're here with us.
That's right, baby. Only a few more games left in the E2 Open Quals, and we're just incredibly grateful to be a part of the scene. Get to take part in this lovely tournament. Okay, folks, here we go. It's back down to the bunker for round number 3. Defense thinking that they got a better hold on it this time. Going to dedicate a little bit more to the roam game as we're going to see the Orcs on board. Fastest man, both horizontally and vertically. Bring out the mirror to stop that bunker push and take a peek into that freezer area. Valkyrie to help support,
Bomb
Warden to
located
hold
by
down
attackers.
potentially that pillar
Attackers are ready.
area, as he can't be flashed or smoked. Here's what I love on the other side of it. We're still going to be bringing, even though it's downstairs, we're still going to be bringing the Grim, right? Just demonstrating that his utility is just huge. It's great. I love that you don't have to put yourself in danger to get an incredible amount of information. You drop some bees from the hatch and you're lighting up that whole site just about. Preparing for those Capitals, preparing for those sledges and potential. Catching them on the cross, running from the bees.
And we got some friends of the Siege Double Shot in the chat. Appreciate all of you joining us. Some we even got to meet in person at the Atlanta Major.
That's right. Siege, what up? L85 to claim the life of Gunny, and that's going to be a huge pick because any smokes that we've got, which are 0, except for Capital, so won't be able to see through that Capital fire when they eventually start, or smoke when they eventually start to go for that plant. Takes a quick peek, decides, nope, I'm going to try another area because they have got their eyes on that bad boy.
Yeah, that's right. And here you had LETSRIDE having a big upstairs presence. Again, I don't think they hadn't all bunkered back down yet at this point, had they? Oh no, they're all downstairs now.
That's right. Now, with that pick, it equals up that body balance. Gonna find the dome piece of Sledge, who's getting really aggressive in several areas. Testing, peeking the water, ultimately pays the price for that hubris. They do have, yeah, all of first floor control here. Nothing on the roam game as they're going to just rest on their laurels. Now, this is what we've seen several times. The Capital drop down onto that freezer and try to fire out the Mira, who is definitely going to be sitting holding that freezer area.
Yep. Yep, she's sitting right in that spot. Capital making the rotate around. Is this... Normally, I felt like it was a freezer push from Capital to try and push her out of that position.
Agreed. Not going to be the case this time.
Well, you know what? I like the fact that we're seeing a bit of a different play style here, changing some things up because, you know, we don't want Oregon to get boring.
Got him trapped in the corner now. And he knows. He's waiting for a triple kill now. Does take him out. Sends a shot through onto the hard surface. Not going to find anything there. Now takes us into a 3v2. Still in the favor of the defense, but the Grim B is going to be letting locations be known. He's going to push up through elbow and...
Oh,
not today, sir. They went ahead and blocked that off in a serendipitous move to the defense, and they're starting to get a plant going down. And the cross is set up. You better get it going down now, and there it is. In a 3v2 scenario, no time left on the board.
No time left. Good trigger discipline there from the defense, just holding themselves in place, not swinging, not pushing too hard. You know, Mira did go for the C4 kill, but just by holding back, not pushing Valk out at all, just holding that position really forced the attackers to have to play the fake plant game, and it didn't work out in their favor. So LETSRIDE takes their first.
Ayo. And that's the round to rotate for the first half of the first half. Monkey Business securing their 2 that they needed on the attack. Everything outside of this is just gravy, baby. On the defense, where are we headed?
Oh no. Yeah, okay, so we talked about the major stats here because we played Oregon earlier as part of the Vibrant semifinal game that we casted earlier today. They went to Oregon as well, and we said from a defensive standpoint, don't play kitchen dining. Kitchen dining has a crazy high attacker win rate, the highest of any of the sites in Oregon, and really would give a run for its money on any site in Rainbow Six Siege competitive play right now. It's like 75%. So kitchen meeting, on the other hand, much more successful from a defensive standpoint. So that's why we see them going to this site here on round 4.
And it's a classic site, and it's a classic take from the attack. You see the Osa on the board. What you're gonna see her do? She's gonna go up and set one of those Talon shields up on that tower to give a little bit of attic defense because you know that there's going to be some homies sitting up there to try to take that gunfight from below. And then the talent shield that's going to be down below on the back of the stage area so you can push yourself in and get ready for a plant. Now, that is option one. Option two is straight through the front door. If there's a bunch of people dedicated to the upstairs site, and you notice that there's only a few in, you take that lobby entrance, blow that single wall, get in with a OSA shield, and plant. Bob's your uncle. They're seeing that there's quite a bit of utility dedicated towards this attic hold. And you can see Osa got her talent shield out. She's going to drop down and start to get set up to hold that area.
Oh, look at that angle.
They didn't, however, make it a barricaded wall, which is interesting. Maybe not something we normally see as well. And there's the first talent shield up and ready to go. 2 C4s and 2 impacts to deal with that.
They're still trying to get this attic clear, though. Oh, the nade from below?
Oh.
Not gonna
connect. The
connect.
first to fall, however, is the defense gonna find themselves up in the body balance, now putting into a 5-4 scenario. Thorn traps revealing locations that they are exactly where you thought they were headed to. Not a huge loss having this. Wanting to catch one sitting here inside of Split. Ooh! Push in, Sledge gonna pay the price. Now that's down deep in the man count. Osa getting the shield ready to set up on the back of stage.
She's got it.
And there it is. Now they got themselves in a position to be able to plant. They've got to get that vertical hold taken on the hatch, but with another one falling, it's coming into a too little, too late scenario. Does find one as Trev gonna find Ricky on the dome. He's still from down below playing that vertical hold.
That is unfortunate. Got the drop on Legion, but missed the shot. It was so close in the corner there. That's unfortunate.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Oh, what a bait out! Now it is all resting on the shoulders of Finka, who misses the headshot, waiting for that hatch drop. Does find herself in a precarious situation. 9 seconds left on the board. Gonna have to take this gunfight close, but it's the shotty. You don't want to take that. Does find it. Holy cow, but too little, too late. The clock's gonna wind down on this one.
Same. Another round of good trigger discipline from the Let's Ride team, making sure that they're not swinging when they didn't need to, especially when Finka was on an absolute tear. Let's go. Tied it up. 2 in a row on each side. 2 for Monkey Business, 2 for Let's Ride, and some leaders appearing there. Trev, 6-1. What a great game he's having.
Yeah, more lives than Keith Richards, that man. 6-1. Holy sheesh. Take it back up to 2F as we're looking close to having that 3-3, that coveted both sides firing on all cylinders type scenario.
More lives than Keith Richards, dude. I'm telling you, today you have been on an absolute roll siege-wise. Your casting is on point. You're a legend at the game, my friend. Glad to be here with you.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking... You know what? That deserves a cheers, my friend. Happy to be sitting alongside of you for this E2. My guy, how the hell did we get here? Cheers to that.
The observer's got to put his controller down for a second there.
Hey, you know. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Are they going to give Attica... What is... Ooh. Okay, a little bit of a switch up. Obviously, we've seen that sort of play here before, but not... I mean, it is not typical to see a mirror brought to the 2F defense anymore. Maybe it used to be. Maybe that used to be the thing, but I like the adaptation, right? Gonna try to give the attacking team something that they haven't seen before, something that we haven't seen recently, at least. Might throw them for a little bit of a loop. Let's Ride trying to secure themselves the next round. They don't want to go into attack on a defensive sided map down in the round count.
And we've still got that the other mirror windows in pocket at this point.
Oh, a little late round adaptation. You know how much we love those.
Oh, we do love late round adaptations as much as we love, well, whiskey. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
hey.
that's a tough call.
No, it's not. Late round adaptation, you just can't beat it, especially if it cuts the round and gets it. Haiku getting frosty there in the corner. Waiting for somebody to take a peek, and it is a hurry up and wait defense here as the attack team starting to put themselves in a little bit better of positions. Just really, honestly, holding the angle. Does get a little bit of intel that Jaeger's sitting in the shower area.
Or security or shower?
Yeah, it was security. I think you're right. Gunny going to take the first shot onto Gridlock, and that's tough, right? That's your tracks are gone. I don't know how many she actually got out before greeting death like an old friend, but it is also your set of nades. Not going to be having those power positions from below.
I think she was able to grab one.
At least you do have the Nomad as the backup for that flank watch. It's a curious situation to see both of those operators being brought out. It kind of lends to the respect of the flank game.
Look at that. Nice work picking up the drone and having it survive just to be shot. That caster cursed the drone off the board. Jeez.
Man, you just can't be stopped, my guy. It's swing onto White, holding the pick, so Ricky going to be coming up from underneath. If he's not careful, reveal onto Haiku as the L85 rings out. C4 is going to be Gunny finding reveal on the trade. Now taking us into a 4v3. They're going to get inside as the smokes ring out. Potential for a plant scenario. Twitch going to be holding the long angle. Fire onto the...
Oh, and a Nomad.
Yeah! The Nomad, perfect! Gunny finds it on the Nomad fire extravaganza. Quad kill now by Gunny as he's looking to secure himself an ace, but can't do it. Ricky Sim's gonna finish that one off. That was the greatest Capital Nomad play I've ever seen. Clip it. Chat, give me that clip so I can hold forever. That was so beautiful. And you know, you just hate Mira. It's the villain that you love to root against. And to see it Nomad into some fire, well, you know what? That's just some Siege poetry there. No bias towards any team. We want to see him go the whole distance, but can we collectively agree? Fuck Mira.
That was wild. What a great setup there. Yeah, the Rainbow Six Siege NA Twitter account taking clips from E2 and posting them. So absolutely clip it, post it, let's see it, because that was a great one. To add to the Shield MVP from Oregon just 2 days ago.
Which was on the same same map.
And if you haven't seen the Shield MVP clip, you're missing out. You got to go to the channel. It's featured. Take a look at the Shield MVP clip from Friday, day 1 of the E2 quals here on the Siege Double Shot.
10 seconds to insertion.
Oh, what a great
So
clip
funny.
that one was. You know what?
5 seconds left.
Make Oregon fun again. That's what's happening. Is these teams are really turning this into a great round.
Yeah, and really demonstrating that Siege players are just built different, right? How can you take one map, it's so small, and play it so many different ways, and still have it be the great equalizer? Damn it, I love this game.
It is one of the things that really drew me to Siege at the beginning too, was this fact that, you know, every single round is different, right? Even when you got a combination of 10 different operators, 4 different sites, 9 different maps, that's just in the comp scene. There is a endless number of permutations of how these rounds in game could be played out, and it's been amazing to watch it and see what people come up with every single day.
Last round of the half here, Whiskey. We're going to see an equalized scoreline, or we're going to see LETSRIDE drop it into a little bit more of that standard split arena that we always talk about. Tough to call.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm qualified to make that call at this point. I don't know. We did see.
We're not qualified for anything. What are we even doing here? And also, where are my pants?
Well, let's say it's a good thing it's not a LAN event.
Heyo. All right, on the defense, they're going to try to hold it down for this last round. We're going to be seeing Cade stop that hatch play. Warden, of course, a standard when there's Smokes and Ying's potential for the board. No Ying's to be potential, of course. Flashes, I mean.
Ooh,
Smoke for that area denial, and of course projectile denial in the hands of Omai. It's a good setup here for bunkers to try to get rid of all of that intel coming down. Warden being one of the first to die the last time they played on bunker. They're gonna get that hatch open.
Yep. Looked like he was
C4
potentially going to
happen.
Cade trick it, but no. Going to rely on just the coverage of the hatch drop at this point.
Of all places that you usually see the Mira, we don't see it being brought out in bunker, right? Let's go.
That is interesting.
All right.
Turn on
Here
the glasses,
come
Gunny.
the bees. Gonna start having some of those nadies ring out. They did bring several of them. 3 still in the hand. Takes a bunch of shots from that bunkered area. Not gonna lose his life, however. They're gonna send it into Freezer. It's gonna be not even close to coming into the right area. Legion Goo does come out now. That wouldn't that have been funny if they hit off each other?
The dueling explosives, the nade and
8 seconds
C4.
left.
No
Whiskey.
way!
It's the triple, now the double, now taking this to 2v2. Plant not going down, 2v1. One time out. Yowza! Let's ride, taking it into that standard split on the 4-2, but not for lack of effort by the enemy team. Holy cow, what? It's just so crazy to watch these end rounds.
Holy smokes. Okay. 4-2 win to the defense now on the side swap. So now we get to see how Monkey Business, they grab 2 on attack, are going to play their defensive half. And looks like similar setup. Was that the exact same lineup we just saw? No, they brought Cade instead of Mira.
Yeah, they didn't have the Mira.
Wow. But a completely different setup on the attacking side.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yep, gonna opt for the Mira outside of the Cade, otherwise it stays the same. And you know what? It's a pretty good setup here. They do have haiku, jeez, bless you. Bringing out the Ayana, which is we had talked about we hadn't seen very often recently as of late. With that recent switch, taking Ayana's nades away. I know you heard me say it. It's crazy, you know, but it just might work. Ayana being utilized a little bit more now to what I think Ubisoft had in mind with that Forever drone.
That's true.
Flashes.
That's true. I do think, though, that we're seeing... I almost feel like we've seen a shift now with a few more Ayana being played as opposed to, like, immediately after the nade switch. It was crazy, you know, the swap that we saw and how many people were playing her versus previous. And I think now that that we're seeing, you know, the nade change coming in for year 9, potentially Ayana's pick rate going back up, right? And maybe the teams are playing her a bit more just to get some practice. Of course, she was 6 picked off, so she's not in this round. But I think that that may be a bit of a factor. It's like, you know, reading the tea leaves here on which operators are going to be part of the new meta going forward. Get yourself ready. Get yourself G36 ready to be running Ayana again. And now that the nade meta is shifting, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get it out.
Maybe.
He goes, maybe.
No, you've got this. Goated in the game, and you're
Yes.
right. Now that nade meta is shifting, gonna see a lot of operators probably gonna find themselves in a little bit more of how Ubisoft had designed them to be played.
I mean, the first thing we can see right off the bat here from the Monkey Business team is a much more extended roam, right? Significantly bigger than we were seeing from the Let's Ride team. You got Warden still up here hanging out Armory 2F. The site's in the basement, right? Mira's not even playing on her windows. She's playing mid-stairs near the green hall.
Yeah, because Mira just wanted that vector. Mira wanted to get active with the vector and said, okay, you could use some of my tools as well. Get a couple of homies set up in those strategic spots, especially that freezer hold. Absolutely devastating. And now we put ourselves in a hurry up and wait hold pattern as we're kind of trying to see who's going to be the one to make that first mistake. But it is on the attacking team to be the one to push in because time waits for no man and it's 55 seconds left on the board. Body bounce now shifted in favor of Monkey Business as they claim the life of Jackal, first one to make the move.
Look at this. There's still extended roam pushing.
He's like, push up, get that kill. Jeez, I'm taking it here. Now taking us into a 3v3. Finka going to put a little bit of that juice out, a little bit of the health smoothie. They're holding on to bunker fear still.
Look at the double nade pulling out from the flash.
There we go, and it's the drop in. Gonna take that gunfight onto bunker. Gonna miss him though. It's the
No
vector.
way.
You don't want to take that fight, my friend. Not up close. Didn't even reload. Trusted in the end game mechanics. Fries them both. Catches a win for the defense and one closer in the scoreline.
Okay, I'm thinking 4-2 OT for the first game for Element 2 tonight. Once again, these teams are fighting for their spot. Last chance opportunity. Loser goes home. Gonna have to start the bracket all the way back over again in the next E2 Open qualifier if they even want to give it a shot. So this is it.
Oh, you know they want to give it a shot. All that money, all that glory, the
That's
quest
true.
for dominance, the quest for the ego. It is show up and show out right now. One away from evening up that score line, and we head up to 2F, baby. A little bit of trap op coming out. Recently reworked Frost, going to be a menace on the board. A little bit of slow down. Malusi going to make an appearance. Solus, we love the freaking Solus play. You use that gadget to see all the way across the map. Just intel for days. And if you got the right person in place to react, that's a good night on the combo move.
They play in the same, yep, open, rotate, and attic, with Warden there, covering attic and covering big tower.
Look at this free cam play, folks. W's in the chat for the free cam. I mean, I'm just a fan. I'm just a freaking fan. Adds a little bit of drama to the scene. Still sitting in that spawn location, hoping not to get spotted out. We've seen some yeet work from the C4s from up there, so got to be a bit careful. They're going to take that 2F presence pretty quickly.
Yeah, Sledge pushing up at the shot from big tower. They know that someone is hiding there now.
Yep.
Question is, not even gonna
No,
worry
not
about it.
even-
Gonna
not gonna
rotate
question
himself off. He killed a minute. He did his job. 1 minute off the clock to start with. Warden's like, now it's time to go back in.
Frost's going to be the first to die there as Sledge got onto the drone, saw something he liked, and swung it. That's going to be body bounce headed in favor of the attack team now.
Oh, they gotta know a C4 is coming at this point, right?
Right, opened up. It's the hello dolly. Soul's going to take a little bit of damage as that contest starts to go out. And there we go, evened up. Is Gunny going to get off the board? That's your health gone, a set of grenades gone as well. Look how far you have to exaggerate that. Write that down, Nico. You see where he's at?
It looks like he's got his pixel exactly in the right spot between those boards, knew exactly where to throw it. That's a practiced and perfect C4 throw. Unfortunately, didn't get anyone.
Yeah, well, it being a practiced and perfect C4 throw, you know what the other team did? They also practiced that C4 throw and were ready for that scenario, putting themselves just out. It is going to be Trev. There's the Solus. We talked about her getting active on the late round, active on the flank, and it is going to be the kill onto Ricky with that. Big scan goes out. A lot of information being pulled, showing where the Claymores are sitting. Nobody to die from that accidentally.
Looks like they're going to try for plants here in games. Oh, but loses it.
Yep, try being the key word there, and it is not going to go in their favor as the defense held every single angle, said, look, come on in, the water ain't fine.
The water
4-4.
ain't fine. Tied up 4-4, and yeah, they never were able to pull. Warden wasted all the time in Big Tower, came back in, closed up the rotate hole, and there was just a general menace out there, tossing C4s, using his glasses to make sure, and with him still stuck in attic, there was no way for them to really get that plant down, and he was able to claim that last kill. So, nice work from the defense. And here we go. Okay, this is it, my friend. This is the first time, I mean literally the first time in a long time, we're seeing kitchen dining on Oregon. Statistically, one of the worst possible sites in the entire R6 comp scene in the Atlanta Major. So, statistics say the attackers take this one.
Ooh. Well, you know me. Statistics be damned. I applaud your bravery, Monkey Business, and for this, I think you shall conquer this round.
All right.
A little bit of denial here. Not just a river.
Not just a river, no. And look at this. Tons of utility they've got set up in small tower here to be able to hold this this dining room, right? There's a whole bunch of a breachable floor there right above the surface, so they've got to hold that to have a chance.
Yeah, that's the question. Why is this such an attacker-favored site? Well, because you don't have to have your you don't have to have impact EMPs or a Thatcher to get that wall open, right? You can take that with a thermite charge from above on that back dining area. Thank you, big shout out to Miss Dialot who showed me that one. You open up from the top, and all of a sudden you got another easier way in. Lots of soft breach above site. Verticality hold. I mean, it's just fish in a barrel at that point. It's been my phrase of the day, I guess.
It is. You know what? And I like it. I'm here for it. And it's a kitchen side push, so I wonder if the defense, like we said, had a lot of utility used over there on the small tower side, but they pretty much rotated themselves out and have given up all of that space. But the attacker's not coming from that side, so the question is, are they gonna rotate themselves around, take advantage of that, or no?
I don't know. They find themselves going for that classic kitchen setup instead. I mean, it's a fun area, but there's a lot more room for error, right? A lot more room to get flanked, a lot more room to have those crosses set up. So it's an interesting call, but I applaud it. Defense down by 1 in the body count. A bunch of flashes on board to take care of their wardenless team.
Look at this.
Again, it gets so quiet in the last few seconds before the collapse. So now we find ourselves in a 5v4, 44 seconds left. Gunny coming around the top side. Gonna try to catch somebody slipping on that verticality. Gotta get one more in your favor to get yourself set up for a plant, I think, at least to have it a little bit safely. Nade gonna go out and it's gonna force that pick around towards the rotate, and it's gonna be Nomad to swing in. They're not gonna find the kill on it, but he is pinched in there, and the flash is now gonna start to ring out. They take Xer off the board. Know that they've got a third pick here as he's gonna swing in. The plant's starting to go down. Knife him. Oh, what are you?
No! Oh, no
hello?
way. There was some interesting body mechanics, but statistics be damned. That was a flawless from the attackers. No, wait, I didn't mean statistics be damned. I mean the statistics were right.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't give me that victory. I didn't earn it.
Oh man, here we are, 5-4. Okay, so I don't think I see the attack or the defenders taking us back to kitchen dining again after that one.
Attackers need to
Yeah, probably not. with good reason. Don't mean the statistics don't lie unless they do, you know?
That's true, yeah.
So now, Let's Ride finds himself on a potential match point scenario if they get one more in the hands. Defense not going to try to let that happen, but going to bring a pretty similar setup to what we've seen on the Bunker War scenario. Ooh, a little 6-pick onto the Osa.
You know, one of the things I think we found that's interesting is that we have not seen Valkyrie played, right? She's not banned out, but we have seen almost no Valkyrie play, at least the last couple rounds here. Focusing all the intel on Mira as the main defensive ring, the golden ring, holding down the fort there.
It is an interesting call, and maybe we'll see if on this round if they can tie it up or not. But if they can't, maybe that's the key. Maybe a little bit more intel. We talked about it being a game of intel and inches. Gotta have the intel to take the inches. A little more couldn't hurt.
That's true. If Let's Ride takes it, I think the first thing I would do if Let's Ride takes this one is take the timeout.
Yes. Agreed.
Step
I
one.
would say that is going to be step one on my agenda as well. You got to stop and talk about it. Got to slow down some of that momentum. And look, here we go. Gunny starting to push down the stairs. He hears somebody. Hears them close.
Yeah, who is that? That's oh,
Nope.
the
Nobody.
colors getting messed up again.
Come on, Ubi.
There's a blue outline.
Yeah. First minute 20 off the board. Look at that. Is that a smiley face? Kind of looks like one.
Yeah, potentially intentional, and I like it.
Me too. Siege art. We got to get a thread going of all the siege art made. It's going to be a lot of penis ones.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Pretty sure. Yeah. It's good because I'm not.
He's like, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, no. I tried it once. Didn't like it. It's not for me. I don't like being wrong. Okay, gonna start to make this final push here. Last minute ringing out. Ooh, sees somebody, but siege timing. They are just flashing the ever-loving hell out of them. But it's Warden. He's not going to be deterred. He's going to hold on to this pillar area. Now takes us into a 5v2 as the attack absolutely collapsed. They smelled blood in the water, and they all jumped. But it turns out it was just sharks waiting at the bottom, and now it all rests on the shoulders of Lion, as Osa is not going to be retrievable.
That's right. I think they're baiting her out there, just letting her go, thinking, you know, maybe. But I mean, she's giving information to the attacking team. That's the only reason to take her off the board is if she's able to ping anybody, if she's able to, you know, there you go, give away any of their positions. Not a good scenario for them to just hold on and keep her alive there.
Ooh. Ooh. And in a classic case of swing or be swung, Mira says, "Hello, Dolly."
Okay.
Yowza.
5-5.
A little 5-all, eh? I'd say that deserves a cheers.
I think it does too, my
A
friend.
war of attrition all
Whoa.
the freaking way. Oh, tech pause.
Woo.
Heyo.
Okay, yes. Good timing.
All right, 5-all. How long we get for a tech pause?
That's a great question.
I'm full of those. Little bit of copium for dinner, eh? Not gonna happen this time. Oh, Cass. She is so funny. Go check out her Twitter. I believe it's by the same name. She'll keep you cracking up. She will keep you cracking up. Oh, siege-related humor. So good.
Yeah. Okay. So
Nothing.
you know,
So nothing happened on the tech bus. Nobody left. Nothing.
yeah, good question. Okay, no, they said ready on both sides.
Okay. There we go. Tech pause over.
Let's go. I
Well,
was
I
about
did have to fix some of the stuff with my headphones, so the tech pause really did
Oh,
help out.
nailed it.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe they were doing it for me. Get out of my brain.
I was about to bring up the bracket and talk about the course here on the rest of this the rest of the bracket here, but we didn't have a chance. So we're gonna talk about it in between the games. Like we said, there's only 3 games going right now, and only just a couple games left in the entire Element 2 Open Qualifier tonight. So I think what the plan is that we're gonna be co-streaming with the Xenon crew after this. Because it's not going to be an individual game for us to cast, and I think we're trying to get the community involved in that, aren't we?
Yeah, if you were here for what we did with the co-streaming of the major, basically we got in Discord, we played some games, we watched some high-level competitive Siege play, and we watched some of the GOATs talk about it. And that's exactly what we'd like to do here. We want to go finish out this evening, this day 3 of E2, ending it on such a high note, getting to watch Xenon Gaming, Friends of the Siege Double Shot, bring us the heat towards the end of it. So we'll get a watch party going inside the Discord. Everybody, all our friends, gonna come in. We're gonna drink. We're gonna watch Siege, and it's gonna be a damn good time to end the E2 Open Quals for the Whiskey Boys.
Indeed.
You know, it just sounds so epic with that music that you had going on. You're so freaking good at this, Whiskey.
I appreciate that, my friend. You know, I do really enjoy spectating and production and playing the game of Siege, and that was a nice impact trick on the main breach there, but they are going to be able to get it open, but Lion losing his life. Yep.
Yeah, at a great cost, right? That's part of your intel gone off the board. You do, of course, still have the Twitch drones, but those are going to be persona non grata. You know, they're going to be looking for those bad boys here pretty soon.
Look at that. The C4 waiting, prepped, prime, and ready. Mute. Is he going to toss it?
He should have tried to shoot that C4 out of his hands. Can you do that?
I have no idea if you can do that or not.
Did we just figure out the trick? Oh, man. C4 comes in and doesn't really do any damage, but it was scary as hell for sure.
No, I think that was one of Finka's nades, right?
What did I say?
You said C4.
You
meant
Whiskey
you
might
meant
have
the
been
nade.
involved.
That's
I
true.
did mean
yep.
nade.
Yep.
If C4s could bounce, that'd be a really bad day.
What a shot! But I don't think they know that Mute is there potentially, because he crawled his way across on the floor, and while smoke swung. So, nope, did not know. No way.
Just going crazy. The SMG-11 shoddy combo just can't be touched. And now he's going to add a C4 to boot. A little bit of hello. Does complete the kill, looking towards white, but they are on his number.
Holy smokes.
I didn't realize there was 2 down. Not going to be able to do it. Trev going to get the kill onto Gunny as he was trying to push in and get that last little bit of real estate. Maybe find one, maybe get a plant since he was on the opposite side of the map, but it was a too little too late scenario as the clock wound down, and now we find ourselves Mr. Whiskey on the match point, and it is in favor of Monkey Business.
Here we go. Are you kidding me? It came up in the chat. Take a look at what site they picked. Stats be
No
damned.
way. So they're throwing.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Hey,
They
you
want
know-
it. They want overtime. That's what they wanted. They said, you know what? Whiskey asked us specifically for a 1v1 double overtime finish, and you know what? Let's pick kitchen and dining and give it to him. It's not even my birthday, guys.
Happy birthday indeed. Now the question is, I mean, I'll say it. I'm a stats nerd, so I don't know. Not everyone is watching the major stats the same way that we were as part of the watch party. So there's a chance that that they're playing it different. They got a different idea and they want to make this happen. So kitchen, dining, stats be damned. Let's see how it plays out. But like we said, 75% win rate for the attackers in the kitchen dining site. So again, it's looking potentially like this is going to be an attacker win.
Maybe, but stats be damned, Nico. I believe in you, defense. I mean, it does mean that you win the round. If it doesn't, I want it to go to the double overtime. Gunny going to be the first one to fall, or to find the kill onto Trev Mark, and that's a member of the defense. That doesn't bode well for the stats to be damned bravado that I had.
No, it doesn't. And you know what the other thing is? The defense, the change here is that the defense has got significantly less utility in the in small tower here. So I think that's good for the defense, right? They had a lot of utility piled up here, frost mats and 2 players at the beginning. So if they're able to use that in a different way, I think that is a good call here.
Agreed. Look at him on the cross. Good night. Don't put yourself in the way of the lion. He was holding the run out.
Oh, Solus runs out.
Hey, we said that was going to happen. You leave the Solus on the board for Oregon, you're going to get run out on. Now into a 4v1, stats won't be damned. This is going to be Echo to be taken off the board on a gunny double.
There it is. Attackers win, keeping the dream alive. Keeping the dream alive for another round here. We head ourselves into overtime. Let's pull up the scoreboard here real quick. Gunny 13-9-2, crushing it with Trev following up close 11-5-2. Look at the assists on the Monkey Business side. Hud and Schmink both 5 assists.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, and similar on the other side. 15 assists on one, 12 on the other. And we call that supportive AF.
Now we actually called this right at the beginning, round 7. It was going to be a 4-2 half, and that's exactly what we got ourselves. A 4-2 half taking us to overtime.
Beautiful. And for that overtime, it is going to be Monkey Business on the defensive side of it. Going to head down to Bunker Wars, and of course, you want something quick, you want something aggressive, you want something deliciously toxic. Bring out that blitz, baby. Ooh, let's see the blitz, baby. Haiku gonna put themselves on to 6-pick onto the Nomad. We are gonna see that Finka on Gunny, who's just been rocking that health buff all night long. Have Hatch Queen to get active on the verticality, and Ricky. Well, Ricky gonna do what Ricky does. Send it. Full send, baby. I love the name Haiku, too.
Send.
That's super fun. We need a Siege Haiku.
We need a Siege Haiku. All right, chat, hit us up with it. I know they exist. They're out there.
Yes. Bullets pierce the air. Operators in silence move. Rainbow echoes thrive. Ooh. Get up here! I can't be stopped. I can't be stopped.
I think
Somebody check my syllables. That might not have been right.
Yeah, I was going to say, from a technicality standpoint, I think those are a few too many syllables. But, you know what? Sipping and Siege and whiskey was involved, so it's good enough for me.
Let's go. Okay, first round of the OT, baby. Bunker down strat here. We do see the mirror, of course. Cade going to stop that hatch. Play Warden to hold down that pillar area. I'd be blinded by the light.
Ooh, they're going to Cade trick the hatch?
Oh, he's going to give it his best damn shot.
Okay, okay.
Now, where's this Blitz at? Is he lining himself up on the...
Yep, setting up in blue, taking Here it
There he
is.
goes, and it's the run. He is going to make it through that smoke. Bunch of damage done onto his
Oh,
feet, and he's
no!
going to be back into the smoke, and it's going to quickly start to fall apart for this attacking team as they find themselves on the wrong end of the body count. Gunny with a double, though, not to be dismayed, not to be put out. Haiku going to pre-fire through the wall, and it is all going to now depend on the Finka, who is going to get completed in its kills. Trev on the double to end that dramatically. Boop, boop.
Wow. Trev there up 13-5-2. 13-5-2. What a round. Oh. Ask for another tech pause.
Oh. Jeez. Why don't you take your time out? Oh.
Admins told us to pause.
Oh. Okay.
Anything in the Discord?
Looking.
Okay, so message in the game chat for us to take a pause. Not sure what that's about, so holding for a second. And you know, we'll just let's talk about it for a second. Thanks everyone for joining us here for Element 2, the third day of the first open qualifier. There's another open qualifier coming up for 4 teams, I believe, to be invited or to join the invited teams as part of the Element 2 tournament, and with the intention of finding who right now is the best T2 team in the land, the official Ubisoft T2 tournament here, Element 2. Following up on the success, the success that Element 1 had earlier in the summer. Great place to take, great tournament to take place after the ending of the major, before we really ramp ourselves up into the hype for SI coming in February.
Yeah. Filling in that space. We got to have more NA Siege, and we craved it, and we begged for it, and we got Element 1 and went, ooh. And Element 2 is shaping up to be just as spicy as the first, and at least from the games that we have got to cast so far and watch and co-stream, it has been an absolute battle, a banger, a quest for dominance, and it has lived up to the freaking hype, that is for sure.
Anything in the Discord about a tech pause?
Negatory. Negatory. Let me check the other little chat here.
Well, we're still holding, you know. Okay, they just said to ask her a pause. Okay, I'd probably drop a question mark in the Discord asking if there's something specific.
Copy.
Yeah, so appreciate everyone who has joined us. The extra follows, really just the support that we've had as a part of it. Glad to be a part of the community cast here for Element 2, and being able to bring you a game every Friday, Saturday, and here Sunday. And like we said earlier, if you're just joining us, hopefully this is potentially the last game that we're going to actively cast, but we should be able to join a community cast as part of one of the other main streams, because there's only just a few games left. We're really almost done with the tournament at this point. The other games that we're playing right now currently was Outlast versus Gotham City Janitors. We're watching, obviously, the Let's Ride versus Monkey Business game in the lower bracket semifinal. And then on the upper bracket final, we saw Team Diversity versus Envy. That's a best of 3, and Envy has already taken 1, so they're playing their second round at this point. Outlast and Gotham City Janitors also playing currently. So the winner of this game is going to go to the lower bracket final, and the loser of the upper bracket is going to join them in that match. And then the winner of the upper bracket final is already going on, and the promotion match after that lower bracket final here will go to see who takes the next one. So that's it. It is getting close. Open qualifier close to being finished at this point.
That's right, baby. All right, well, it's the overtime match point. We are in a tech pause. Here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to throw it to a quick, short, little break while we figure out exactly what is going on. And when we come back, it will be the stunning conclusion of Let's Ride versus Monkey Business. Sit back, relax, fill your drink to the tippy top. Ayo!
Let's go!
You can be my tag along. Keep me up on
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. And I bring to you some news of some unfortunate business at hand. There is not going to be a finish to the game here, as there was a disqualification on the side of Let's Ride. So Monkey Business will be advancing on. And so what we're going to do here, because that was the last game, Whiskey, that was the last game for the Whiskey Boys to be able to bring to
Yes.
you casting wise. So what we thought we would do is get together, do some of that community watch party cast like we brought to you for the major. We're going to drop down into our regular VC into the booths. And everybody's gonna jump in here and we'll talk Siege. They'll be playing some games. We might do some ranked, but what the most important part is, we're still gonna be bringing you some Siege this evening. We're gonna partner up with Xenon, our friends over at the Xenon, and we are gonna watch the goated casters bring upon us the exciting last bit of Siege for the evening. So we'll get to listen to them and the show that they put on, and hang out with all of you guys, share a couple of drinks, possibly.
Guaranteed. It's definitely going to happen. Yeah, definitely unfortunate that we got a DQ here. So we can't see the end of that game. Definite bummer from our side, because there was a lot of action, a lot of hype going on in there. Answers coming from the admins officially at some point, but we definitely want to continue to host the E2 games that are out there. So give us a few minutes to get production set up, things rolling, and I think we're gonna take the delay off as well, so that way we can interact with you live. I know you're finding out about this just a few minutes after us, so we're gonna hopefully make that easier. So give us just a few minutes to restart, and we will be right back.
That's right. Ayo.
Let's go.